Hey, have you ever been brooding so hard your edginess turned into deadly swordplay? Wait, didn't I just do this video? Have you ever wanted to be the living personification of an early 2000s alt-rock song? Well, congratulations! You might be a Hexblade. But what is a Hexblade? Well, zip up those black pants with a confusing amount of pockets and let's unleash our inner demons. Fantasy tropes always have a chosen one. Whether by fate or destiny or sheer dumb luck, there will always be a hero to save the day when the world needs them most. And guess what, baby? That ain't you. No. Instead, you were chosen by something much more sinister. Like a sword or something, I don't know. But a spooky sword.
Oh, son. For that, you traded your everlasting soul?
Well, I wouldn't use them.
So what do you get out of the deal? Well, believe it or not, your spooky and sharp new sugar daddy is actually pretty generous. At level 1 you get Pact Magic, giving you access to spellcasting and the best cantrip in 5e.
Eldritch Blast.
But what do you look like, a wizard? Leave spellslinging to the nerds, you want in on the action. Also at level 1 you become a Hex Warrior, gaining you proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. And then you get to pick one of those weapons, do a little rain dance, and bind it to your f***ing soul. In doing so, you get to use your charisma modifier instead of strength or dex, cause, let's face it, if your sugar daddy wanted a strong boy, he wouldn't have picked the emo kid. On top of all of that, you also get Hexblade's Curse, which you can sling as a bonus action. Cursing an opponent gives you bonus damage equal to your proficiency bonus, lets you crit on a 19 or 20, and if the target dies, you get to drink some of that sweet life juice and gain back some HP equal to your Warlock level plus your charisma modifier. Make sure you're good to daddy, because boy, he's been good to you.
I'm your daddy.
And that's just level f***ing 1. Now, we don't have time to cover every spell in the Warlock repertoire, and although Spooky Daddy is generous, he can only give you 2 spell slots that return on a short rest for now. But do make sure you pick up Hex at first level because you're a Hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you, giving yourself 1d6 extra damage every hit. At second level, you get Eldritch Invocations, and there are a lot. Like, a lot. So if it's cool with you, I'm just going to go through the ones that really make the Hexblade sing, and you can pick whatever you want at home. Cool? Cool. So for now, just stick with Devil's Sight. This lets you see through all darkness, even magical darkness, and since you will eventually get to cast darkness on yourself, you will have advantage on all attacks on your foes, and they will have disadvantage against you. Badass, right? Really get to play into that.
I'm vengeance.
Anyway. At third level, you get to choose a Pact Boon, and you're a Hexblade, baby! So you're going Pact to the Blade all the way. Now you can summon your spooky sugar daddy to your hand at any time, and he can be a two-handed weapon like a greatsword or a glaive. Combine that with the improved Pact weapon invocation you're going to take at this level, and this weapon becomes an automatic +1. You can use it as your spellcasting focus for Warlock spells, and you can make it a bow or a crossbow. F***ing sick, dude. I mean, we're just done here, right? Like, you're only level 3 and you're already just, beautiful. Nah, girl, we still thirsty as hell. So at 5th level, we'll pick up Thirsting Blade to attack twice instead of once. Nasty. 6th level lets us pick up a groupie for our Avenged Sevenfold Tribute Band with the Accursed Spectre. Once per day, when you slay an enemy, you can just rend their soul from their body, and it must follow your commands until you take a nap. Our new groupie takes the form of a Spectre, which has a pretty nasty life drain ability, and gains hit points equal to half your Warlock level and a bonus to attack equal to your Charisma modifier. Now, I have no earthly idea why this is a part of the Hexblade's kit. No other Warlock subclass lets you just straight up summon an undead minion for free every day at level 6, but you know what? I'm not complaining. That's hilarious. Just what does it have to do with swords? 7th level is a big one for us, so strap in. First off, spells. Shadow of Moil is a nightmare for anyone trying to take down a Hexblade. You do have to somehow find an eyeball and a gemstone worth 150 gold, but you then get to do a Sasuke impression and surround yourself with cool black flames. While the spell is up, you are obscured by it, causing all attacks coming at you to have disadvantage while you gain advantage on any that you make. This is the exact same effect as your Darkness Devil's Sight combo, but way, way, way better. You also just suck in light like a black hole within 10 feet of yourself and gain resistance to radiant damage. And then finally, after all that, if a creature actually manages to hit you, they take 2d8 necrotic damage because it's funny. So at this level, we can just drop the Devil's Sight invocation and instead pick up Eldritch Smite. Wait, isn't smiting a paladin ability? Yeah, that's true, but f*** them. When you smite this way, you can also knock a creature huge or smaller flat on their little bottom and deal an extra 1d8 force damage per level of the spell slot used. And since you're smiting at 4th level, that's 4d8 force damage plus all your other buffs. Wait, there's more? Yeah, that's right, because you also get another invocation to choose from, and you gotta go Relentless Hex. This allows you to teleport up to 30 feet to get into melee range with a target, as long as they are under the effect of either your Hex or Hexblade's curse. Now here's the fun part. You don't have to Hex and Hexblade's curse the same target, meaning you can bounce between these two jamokes every turn just by expending a bonus action. You've seen X-Men, right? Remember the blue guy? That's you, bro. Oh man, this is fun. And now it gets broken. At 10th level, you get Armor of Hexes. So imagine this. You're a big bad evil guy, and your plan is going really well. You've taken over the throne of the kingdom when a group of heroes comes to stop you. The edgy-looking one steps forward and calls you a dinglehead, inflicting some kind of curse, and in retaliation you send an 8th level witch bolt directly at their face. And just by the way it shoots, you can tell that bad boy's gonna crit. Delighted, you relish in your imminent victory as... Wait, what? Yeah, that's Armor of Hexes. When a cursed creature makes an attack roll against you, you get to roll a d6, and on a 4 or higher, that attack just doesn't do anything. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's a critical or not, the Hexblade can just ignore it like it didn't even happen, 50% of the time. 11th level already? Here you get access to a Mystic Arcanum. Mystic Arcanums are spells. They take a spell slot and work just like spells. But spells are for nerds, and you're not a nerd, so...
Mystic Arcanum!
Things like Mental Prison, Circle of Death, Create Undead, you know, spells, except spooky. Unlike your Warlock spells, these only recover on a long rest, however, so yeah, they're just spells. At 12th level, you get access to Life Drinker, the edgiest invocation. Here you get to just add your Charisma modifier again as necrotic damage on top of all the damage you're already doing.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
At 13th level, you get a 7th level Mystic Arcanum, pick up Crown of Stars or Finger of Death, and at 14th level, you get Master of Hexes. With this, you can spread the love by cursing each creature you take down. Now, just like Hex, when you kill a creature, you can maintain the curse to send it to somebody else. The only drawback is you don't get to continually regain hit points by taking out multiple cursed creatures, but hey, you can't have everything. At level 20, you can have everything by becoming an Eldritch Master. Not only have you gotten your 8th and 9th level spells at level 15 and 17 respectively, but by spending 1 minute asking your spooky daddy for something a little extra special, you can regain all your spell slots for the day at once. This doesn't work with Mystic Arcanum, but everything below 6th level comes back to you because you just asked so goddamn nice. So, you can run right at the enemy, completely blow your wad, and then pop a squat for exactly 60 seconds, and then just do it all again. I love the Hexblade so much. Not only does it give me the sense of actually wheeling and dealing with a less than benevolent god, this subclass makes up for a lot of the Warlock's downfalls. While the other subclass sometimes feels like Diet Sorcerer or Bad Wizard, the Hexblade really digs into the abilities that make you feel like an edgelord with a cursed sword. Not just that, but many of the best abilities you get pretty early on, making the Hexblade a dream come true for multiclassing. The Paladin Warlock multiclass is infamous for a reason, and this is it. Besides, someone called this multiclass combo the Witch Knight, and that is one of the hardest names I've ever heard. So if you're nostalgic for rave pants, don't mind selling your soul for a sweet sword, and just love melting the DM's monsters with the sheer power of edge, guess what? You might be a Hexblade.